Yuki was, or did you already sneak and check what Yuki meant? Yuki is a Japanese word, and it is supposed to mean courage, bravery, or boldness. Okay? When you talk about self-discovery, it's the active process of gaining knowledge or understanding of our abilities, our character, and our feelings. So why is it important? For the simple reason that it helps us to identify our abilities and how to leverage and develop them. So if we consider how self-discovery can help us, it helps us know that what are we passionate about? Now, I'm sure each of you are passionate about something or the other. All of us are. So it will help us know what we are passionate about, number one. Number two, it helps us to find things that we are passionate about, to grasp the concepts and accept them because we are passionate about it. So when we're not passionate about something, it, I think, creates a definite challenge for us to grasp the concept and learn and accept them. The third thing is that through self-discovery, we are guided through self-questioning and examination of our own thoughts, words, and actions to know who we really are. So that's another thing. And now we come to the next step is, how do we self-discover ourselves? How many of you already have discovered yourself, or already you're in the process of understanding yourself? So the first step would be to visualize our ideal self. First one. And the second one would be to explore the passions that we have in life. Because a lot of time, everyone is so busy wanting to focus on some area of their life. It could be either maybe their job, their children, their family, their all the other priorities, which might tend to make them forget about their passions in life. How can we understand our inner self? And for that, you need to spend some time with yourself. It could be going for a walk on your own, or it could be just maybe sitting and looking outside the window. It could be even listening to music, because music has the ability to bring in certain thoughts which we may have kept hidden. What is the learning that you have taken from the past? And how is the present helping you? Or is it helping you? Is it time for you to change the chapter of your book? Allow yourself to heal. When I talk about healing, it's also about forgiving people who may have hurt us. It was very difficult for me to forgive a particular individual in my life for a very long time. Because each time I would start to think of forgiving, I would think of 101 reasons why I should forgive. But I think what's important is that we are not forgiving the person because we feel that we have done wrong. No, we are forgiving that person because we want to be more peaceful in our mind. So forgiveness is something that we do for ourselves, accepting what we cannot change. When I say accepting what we cannot change, it doesn't have to be with ourselves. It can be very much with people in our lives, people whom we are unable to change, no matter how much we try. It's not about us, it's about them. It's probably the journey that they are supposed to make in this life, which does not include the changes that we expect from them, even though we have tried our best. Of fears, so that we are able to identify the fears that are healthy and holding you back, despite the fact that they are healthy fears. So I want you to concentrate on the identification of fears that are healthy but holding you back, I want you to think about the fears that reveal opportunities for growth, healing, and also frighten you, even though they are important for you. Okay? I want you to also mention the fears that will reflect the fears you have caused by cultural and religious beliefs. One of the few things you are able to do to overcome the fear is, first of all, I think, like all of you had right now done, first, the most important thing is to describe your fears. Write it down, explain to yourself exactly what you are experiencing. And the third thing is, develop a desire or tendency to break out of your routine. Now, that is also something which would be able to help. It's a good idea that you're able to do or get into something which you probably had not thought of before. It could be maybe picking out some kind of a game. Maybe you could go to a nearby a club, a sports club, where you can maybe start maybe badminton, or if not badminton, maybe caroms, or some activity which you would probably enjoy. At the same time, get to meet people. So the first thing I would suggest is to break out of routine when there is fear. Break out of routine, and at the same time, you would be interested, or rather it'll be interesting for all of you, which is do something that makes you nervous. Recently, I had an opportunity to have a short meeting with an accomplished author. I call him accomplished because of the journey he has made so far. His name is Bertrand St. Louis. He is actually by profession an energy industry professional, turned coach and writer. Okay, so and he's just recently launched his own book, and he has been through substantially a lot of challenges in life right from his childhood days. But speaking to him, I realized that he had very strong values and beliefs, and the focus was always on excellence. So his thought was always, whatever is he doing, is it to the best of his ability? Whether it's his professional field or whether his personal field, as a husband, as a son, as a father. So even accepting the fact that you are lonely is one step to overcoming it. Because supposing you're not able to accept that you're lonely, you cannot overcome it, right? Because you're already telling yourself you're not lonely. So I think it's very, very important, and that's why I said focusing on health and well-being is also one of the choices that we make when it comes to becoming the courageous self that we are. And of course, interestingly, spending time alone to think about what is important too. So if that has already been done, then you can then consider on how you can achieve your ideals. And one of the key 4 processes of discovering the self is self-awareness, understanding ourselves, understanding our personal characteristics, our tendencies, our emotions, needs, and values. However, when we talk about embracing vulnerability, it is about, it is a quality that today is considered a key part of emotional intelligence, purely because it helps us establish trust, connect with people, and build stronger relationships. You are allowing the possibility of someone hurting you. That goes without saying. Mm-hmm. But then, if you look at life from a larger picture, if you need to truly enjoy, relish, cherish life, you need to be open in terms of how you wish to experience life. Like it's very interesting to note that sometimes when we meet people, there are people who are very reluctant to smile. And then we find those very people, they might be strangers, But we find those very same people, when they are meeting some other people who may or may not be strangers, they are smiling. So, which also implies that many of the times we tend to make our judgment about people without even giving them an opportunity. And we need to ask ourselves, is that being fair? Why don't we allow to get to know them?